can do it all, man. You can sing, you can commentate, you can. You're just a jack of all trades.
What was scary is I actually had to sing the national anthem at the Holiday Classic one year.
Oh God.
Well, because they had the whole thing set up on a microphone with no kill switch, and they had a boom box that I'm supposed to hold the microphone with a speaker to play stuff like. All right, nobody. Illinois State Redbird Hockey is on the air from Grossinger Motors Arena in downtown Bloomington. It's the Illinois State Redbirds getting set for game number 2 of their weekend set with the Jimmies of the University of Jamestown. And once again, a very pleasant good afternoon from inside the garage at Grossinger Motors Arena. L.A. Decker with you, joined by Michael Eganhouse this afternoon for this contest. Michael, we saw the Division II team win earlier this afternoon. Excuse me, the Division II team did not win. I take that back. It was a win for the Drury Panthers, 2-1 in overtime. It felt like a win, though, getting to overtime, but we have to move on from that. Redbirds, their first 20 minutes last night against Jamestown, bottle that up and keep that for the rest of the season. Let's bring that out every chance we get. The last 40 minutes, not exactly to the liking of the Redbirds and the Redbird fans. They lose 5-0 last night as they were shut out by Brandon Weir. His fourth straight shutout, by the way, the fourth straight shutout for Jamestown. They've outscored opponents 33-0 in that 4-game stretch.
Yeah, I think for the Redbirds, like you said, that first 20 minutes, fine. The rest of the game, they definitely have to clean that up. They have to help out their goaltender because the goaltender is not everything on the team. The goaltender is a part of it, but the defense has to step up. and block some shots and make that goaltender not face as many shots as they did last night.
And last night's goaltender, Brendan Donovan, played outstanding. He kept the Redbirds in the game as long as he possibly could, making 48 saves out of 53 shots faced last night. But it was the offense for Jamestown that really started clicking in the second period. They scored 5 goals, 5 different goal scorers for Jamestown in that contest as they picked up the win. And now their point total goes to, if I have that in front of me here, they now have 17 points on the season. Redbirds still ahead of them in the standings with 19 points, but the Illinois State Redbirds are the last team to score against Jamestown. They won in that 3-2 win they had back on October 6th. They were the last team to score, Michael, on Jamestown. They haven't given up a goal since that game.
That's a crazy stat, and I think what the Redbirds can take into tonight's game is knowing that they were the last team to score on Jamestown. That could be a little bit of a confidence builder for them, knowing that they can score and they were the last team to score.
Illinois State wraps up the weekend as they take on the Jimmies of the University of Jamestown. It's the University of Jamestown and Illinois State coming up next on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to Grossinger Motors Arena. It's time for hockey with your Illinois State Redbirds. This afternoon in Midwest Collegiate Hockey Conference play, an ACHA Division I matchup between the Illinois State Redbirds and the visitors from Jamestown, North Dakota. Please welcome the Jimmies of the University of Jamestown under head coach Dean Stork. Let's meet this afternoon's starting lineups. First, for the Jimmies of Jamestown. On defense, number 5, Justin Dumont. And number 27, Greg Sisinski. The forwards, number 14, Logan Bergerin. Number 16, Carter Johnson. The center is number 22, Jordan Krong. And starting in goal for the Jimmies is number 1, Brandon Weir. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Illinois State Redbirds. On defense, number 5, Mason Perry. And number 15, Michael Natoli. The forwards, number 7, Joe Russia. And number 27, Joey Zulo. The center is number 13, Mike Slewinski. And starting in goal for your Redbirds, number 73, Michael Lennertz. The head coach of the Redbirds is Chris Pruitt. Hockey fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Your officials for today's contest, the linesmen, Jason Hedican and Skylar Bagby. The referees are Kip Gresham and Cameron Huey. All right, those starting lineups once again for you. Sosinski and Dumont start on defense for Jamestown. Johnson and Berger in on the wings with Jordan Crom centering the line. Brandon Weir, who made 23 saves last night in the net for Jamestown, will get the start once again today. For Illinois State on defense, Perry and Natoli, the defensive tandem to start things off for head coach Chris Pruitt. Zulo and Rasha on the wings with Slowinski centering the line. And Michael Leonard gets the start between the pipes for Illinois State in their home white uniforms trimmed in red and black. Reggie on the front, red numerals on the back. Jamestown on the road, black uniforms trimmed in orange and white with orange numerals on the back. And we are underway as Illinois State controls the opening faceoff. Leonard behind his own net has to leave it as pressure was coming from the forecheck of Carter Johnson. Rasha chips it forward, gets into the Jamestown zone. Jimmy's able to control and start their way out. Carter Johnson on the far side raises one up and scores on the short side. He raised it up over the shoulder of Michael Leonard coming in from a short angle, and Jamestown takes a 1-0 lead as Carter Johnson gets the tally.
What a shot by Johnson there, going over the shoulder of Michael Lenhart. Not a lot of space up top, but he's able to fit it in there. Good shot by the Jimmies there to get off to the hot start, 1-0.
And they continue their hot play in the last 4+ games, outscoring their opponents now by a 34-0 count as the puck is chipped out of play after the face-off to resume play. And a fresh frozen vulcanized rubber disc will be retrieved from our scorekeeper, Mr. Dan Glatt, and brought back into play for a face-off at center ice. Fairly certain Carter Johnson's going to get that goal, but we are waiting for the official word, and I think we've just gotten it, so we will get that announcement here in just a second. Jamestown goal, his 6th of the season, scored by number 16, Carter Johnson. Assisted by number 5, Justin Dumont. Time of the goal, 28 seconds, first period. Jimmy's goal scored by Carter Johnson, assisted by Dumont at 28 seconds. As play continues, in the zone comes Brad Fortin, leading scorer for the Jimmies as he's checked over to the boards on the near side. And the Redbirds can't get to it. Fortin in the slot fires one. That one went wide of the pipes. Picked up by the Redbirds as Ethan Chesney will dump it in for Illinois State. They'll go get a change. Zane McDonald starts things out. It's chipped out to center. The Redbirds able to send it right back where it came from. Jordan Baraneski chips it ahead. McDonald couldn't get to it. Redbirds have it. Slowinski will move in. Fakes a shot, sends one in. That one kicked aside by Weir. Might not have got in. That was on the short side heading toward the side of the net. Liam Gritchick at center will dump it in over the line. Weir behind his own net. Sends it across now to the near side. Fortin, lead pass ahead. Braden Mikhailchuk. Goes around the world, comes out the far side. At the point is Greg Sosinski who fires one in. That one tipped wide, went into the corner near side. Dumont sends it into the corner where Mikhailchuk gets bumped off the play. Tricarico sends it ahead for Pavel Bakhtin, who will dump it in. And again, the Redbirds will facilitate a change. Now the puck tied up behind the Jamestown net. As the Redbirds trying to come away with it. Panels couldn't get to it. It's chipped out of the zone by Brendan Mikhailchuk. And the Jimmies have it in the Redbird zone, but offside. So the play will be stopped at a faceoff coming up in neutral ice with 17:12 to play here in the opening period. Panos will take the faceoff for Illinois State. It's won by Jordan Crom, though, for the Jimmies. Jamestown dumps it into the Redbird end. Josh Gilbert, along with Michael Leonard, have moved up from the Division II team. He plays it across. Redbirds send it up ice as Tim Sloan couldn't get to it, but Jimmy's able to dump it in. Both Garcias playing today, both Matt and Michael, and Matt has it right now for the Redbirds. Held up at center. Wyatt Johnson dumps it in. Leonard steers it aside. Josh Gilbert gets to it. Gilbert will hoist it out to center. Redbirds pick it up. Chance for a 2-on-1. Here's Carson Hilt taking it to the circle on the near side. Loses it at the boards. Picked up though by Illinois State. Carson Hilt got it back as it cycled through. Now the pass stolen away by Wyatt Johnson. And the Jamestown Jimmies will clear it out to center. Reed Wilson. His pass knocked away, but the Jimmy's able to recover in defensive end. Brad Fortin will try to track it down as Andreas Zorn is there for Illinois State. Leonard plays it around to the far boards. Fortin tries to spin away from pressure from Zorn. It's loose in the far corner. Fortin gets it, tries the wraparound move. He'll come around to the near side. Backtrack around the net once more. Fortin will take it to the corner. There's a shot from the side. That one no good on the far side of the ice. That one taken by Matthew Poole. Jamestown maintains possession. Reed Wilson with it at the point. Dumps it over to the corner where Arichuk gets to it. It's kept in by Fortin. Back behind the net, Colt Christensen has it. To Wilson. Wilson stops on a dime. Centering pass out front. Couldn't get it to Fortin. Chip back out to the line. Poole sends it into the corner for Wilson. Fortin tries to dig it out. Gritchick holds him up. The Redbirds able to get to it. But not for long as Fortin dislodges it. Wilson centers it across. Nobody home. He was looking for Cole Christensen. Redbirds finally get to it and are able to send it down ice. And this will be an icing call against Illinois State.
Good opportunity there for Christensen in the slot for the Jimmies. Redbirds got to be careful not to let anybody in that house, in that slot area, or this game could be out of hand real quickly.
14:58 to play here in the first. Jamestown on the board first, just 28 seconds into the game. Waiting for Mike Slowinski to step off the ice, and now why would he be stepping off the ice? There's no penalty called. I think they're trying to get the matchups right. Slowinski's on the ice, and he's going to have to stay. Now Gritchick's going to come off the ice. There's no power play. They only have 4 skaters. They only have 5 skaters. Okay. One was hiding. I couldn't see it. That's the ticket, yeah. Zulo wins the faceoff for Illinois State. He'll dump it in from center. Now the Redbirds will go get a change as they had a tired line there. Fortin gets it away from Campese and starts it up ice for Jamestown. Pass went too far as Natoli gets it ahead to Campese. Tipped ahead to Chesney, and the play is ruled offside at the line as Ethan Chesney took one extra stick handle. Casey Colantonio, faster than most people think, got in ahead of the play, so the offside call will bring the faceoff back to neutral ice. Good to see Casey Colantonio back on the ice for Illinois State. He's been out for a little while. He's back with the team once again. There's the faceoff, won by Jamestown. There's the pass ahead, missed connections. And this will be an icing call against Jamestown as Michael Natoli took a pretty big hit there from Keaton Klein, but Klein could not beat him to the puck for the icing call to be waved off. And the faceoff will come all the way back into the Jamestown end.
Redbirds should look to use this faceoff to get some kind of offensive momentum going.
Campese wins the faceoff for Illinois State. Colantonio spins it around. Natoli sends it back behind the net. Picked up by Brendan Volcano. Quickly ahead for a tip pass as Nathan Driver sends it ahead. Keaton Cole lost a handle. The Redbirds able to clear it out, but they send it right over the top of the glass. It'll be a face-off in their own end. Nearly 6 minutes gone by here in the opening period, Michael, and so far, after that opening 30 seconds, it's been a fairly even game.
Yeah, I think the Redbirds responded well to giving up that early goal, and we'll see if they can get any offense going. But as far as the defense, they've been pretty stout in responding.
Big shot taken that time by Logan Berger, and that one went wide of Leonard, and the rebound comes all the way out into neutral ice. Logan Berger sends it across for Jordan Crom. Crom stops, fires, save Leonard, rebound. Leonard again with a save! Diving is Crom to get to the puck. He hand passes it back behind the net. Colantonio able to get it for Illinois State. He hoists it out to center. Arachuk plays it over to Bergeron, who dumps it in across ice. Gilbert sends it ahead. Azulo got to it. Now the puck chopped up in the air in neutral ice, and Arachuk plays it. Alec Arachuk sends it in to the far side. Sent around by Jake Huselak. Huselak along the board, down to the point. Here's Poole moving in to the top of the circle. Chipped over to Arachuk, who will step in, fire the wrister. That one fought off, and they wave it off. Call is waved off. It may have gone in, but it may have been tipped by a high stick. 13-12 to play as the goal immediately waved off by the referee. And it'll be a face-off in neutral ice.
Good break there for the Redbirds, as much better situation, only down one, not giving up that second goal, so big break for the Redbirds.
Face-off won by Sosinski. He sends it around the boards to the near side. Comes all the way out to the point. Jamestown dumps it back in. Zane McDonald along the boards, tries to chip it out. As Baroneski fights for the puck. It's knocked off Huselak's stick, and Pavel Bakhtin in a race now with Justin Dumont to get to the puck. Picked up by Huselak for the Jimmies. Leaves it for Baroneski, who moves in. Baroneski, backhand pass, tipped high up in the air. Leonard trying to come out to get it, now has to pin it off the side of the net. As it went over his head, he was reaching up to try to get it like a pop fly. Instead, it ended up falling on the side of the net, on the far side of the post, and he was able to cover it up to get a stoppage. .12:34 left here in the first. Face off to the left of Michael Leonard, won by the Jimmies once again. They dump it into the corner, but this time they hoist it out of play, so the face-off will come out to neutral ice. And usually the rule of thumb when you see a tip play like that, Michael, for the fans who are not familiar with that, if the stick goes above the crossbar and you tip it in, that's going to be no goal. That's played with a high stick at that point. Here's Keaton Klein sending one in on Leonard. He's going to cover it up and take the face-off as some pushing and shoving right in front of Michael Leonard. But no extra penalties or anything coming of that, so we'll have a face-off in the Illinois State end. Jamestown has outshot Illinois State so far 4-0 and lead on the scoreboard 1-0. Face-off pushed into the corner near side. Redbirds get to it as Andreas Zorn tries to clear it out. Finally picked up by Illinois State as Carson Hilt sends it forward. Went off a skate of one of his own players, Michael Garcia. Was in ahead of the play. His skate came back, and then he ended up getting into the zone too soon. So the offside call against the Redbirds brings the next face-off out to neutral ice. Redbirds will get a change. Slewinski will come in and take the face-off. Carter Johnson takes the face-off. Or check that, that's Christensen for the Jimmy. Redbirds have it as Slewinski moves in over the line. He moves in, fires. Weir the save. Rebound kicked out. Bakhtin sends it out front, knocked away. Zulo in the slot has it. Backhand shot, that one blocked away. Picking up is Zorn. Sends it into the corner far side. Chipped out by the Jimmies and out of the zone. The Redbirds will have to regroup. Liam Gritchick will send it around back behind Weir. He'll hold it up for Brendan Volcano. Volcano's pass gets tipped. Redbirds have it. Now can't control it as Wilson comes in, but Fortin was already in the zone, so offside is the call against Jamestown. 11:27 left here in the first. Faceoff is on the Redbirds side of the neutral zone. Kiselak and Slowinski on the face-off. One this time by Illinois State's Mike Slowinski. Joe Rasha moves up the board, sends it across into the Jamestown zone. Zulo tries to track it down. It's picked up by Matthew Poole. Spins it back behind the net. Slowinski on the far side. Gets tied up along the boards as two Jimmies trying to dig it out. Slowinski pushes it deeper into the corner. Still behind the net. Now swiped at, and it's picked up by Brad Fortin as the Jimmies move out. Baraneski had to go over his head, and the Redbirds control as Mason Perry will hoist it high into the air, and it goes right into the visitors' penalty box. So quickly retrieved and sent back right over the glass to keep playing. As we're getting close to the halfway point here in period number 1. Keaton Klein will step in to take the face-off for the Jimmies. It'll be Mike Slowinski cruising into the circle to take the face-off for Illinois State. Face-off push to the boards, and Dumont takes a shot. That one blocked down by the Redbirds. Perry tries to clear it out. Rasha couldn't get to it as a shot for DeCapite was blocked away and sent into the corner. DeCapite gets into the corner. Mason Perry takes a hard hit in the corner. Check that. Natoli was hit hard in the corner. Perry tries to dig it out. Sends it up the boards. Dumont holds it in. Fires one tip. Rebound saved by Leonard as it goes into the corner. Perry takes a big hit in the corner. Into the Redbird possession. Natoli. They'll try to send it up ice, and the Redbirds able to hack it down as Colantonio will send it down ice, and it will be an icing call against Illinois State.
What a save there by Leonard. The concentration to be able to find that tip and the deflection and be able to stop it in front of his net and not let that in. Good concentration there.
Again, Leonard moving up from the Division II team. He started a couple of games there, now has gotten the bulk of the action in his resume of his sixth. This is his sixth appearance. Have been with the Division I team now. Here's a quick shot taken, that one by Logan Bergeron over the top of the bar. Bergeron tracks it down in the far side on the point. Sends it back around the net. Baraneski sent it right in front. Johnson a shot. That one stopped by Leonard. Rebound loose at the feet of Wyatt Johnson. And it's sent back into the corner. Mason Perry finally gets a hold of it. Hoisted out to center. Johnson sends it back in, and the Redbirds have it as Natoli gets everything started up for Illinois State. Campese will tip it to avoid the icing call. Volcano starts it out for the Jimmies behind the net. Garcia couldn't get to it.
Look out.
It's picked up by Jamestown in the zone. Here's Bergeron. Should have taken that shot as he tried to get a little cute with the pass. He tried to get it over to Jordan Crom. Instead, pass was broken up. Now the puck has gone into the sweater of one of the Jamestown players, and he was honest enough to take his glove off and kind of untuck his jersey and have it come out, so the face-off will be in neutral ice. Some players would have played that off and said, "Oh no, it wasn't stuck inside." Oh yeah, it was actually. Redbirds win the face-off. Gilbert lost the handle. Here's a steal by Fortin, and he scores. Brad Fortin, his leading scorer for the Jimmies, has tallied number 9 on the season, and the Jamestown lead goes to 2-0.
Not the most ideal play by the Redbird defense there as they give it up in their own zone right in front of Michael Leonard. Bad giveaway for the Redbirds. We'll see how they respond down 2-0 now. They responded pretty well after the first goal, so we'll see what they can do after giving up that second goal.
Back behind the net is Michael Leonard. He sets it up for Andreas Zorn, and they set things up. Baraneski steals the pass in the Redbird zone. Zorn tries to tie him up. It's finally kicked loose into the corner. Jamestown goal, his 9th of the season, scored by number 9, Brad Fortin. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 11:02's first period. Jimmy's goal scored by Fortin, unassisted at 11:02. Pavel Bakhtin says it ahead. Tricarico couldn't get to it. Now Keaton Klein tries to kick it ahead for his own opportunity. Finally gets it behind the net. Gets tied up by the Redbird defense, and Tricarico able to hoist it out to center ice. Leonard will cover it up as one of the forecheckers, Braden Mikhailchuk, was coming in. And to alleviate the pressure, Leonard will cover the puck and take the face-off in his own end with 7:41 to play here in period number 1.
That's a smart play by Leonard, giving his defense a break so they can recollect themselves.
Here's Dumont with it at the point. Sends it across as the shot was taken by Erichuk. That one blocked away by the Redbirds. Down low, Jordan Crom sends it back out to Dumont. Spins it around to the far side corner. Carter Johnson gets tied up along the boards. Finally dug out. Redbirds come away with it, and Natoli has it. Sends it ahead to Michael Garcia. Garcia had his path blocked that time by Greg Sosinski. And the Jimmies come away with it. Jamestown moves out of their own end. As Jordan Crom chases it down, Redbirds get to it. Carson Hilton through center. Carson Hilt in over the line. Takes it down low behind the net. Gets checked off the puck as he goes into the corner and chases it back. Redbirds hold it in with Gilbert. He can't control the puck as it's loose at center. Mike and Matt Garcia will tip it in. Here's a Neil steal by Illinois State, now taken away by the Redbirds. As Slowinski got to it, tipped ahead. Here comes Brad Fortin once again. Fortin moves in, fires, save Leonard, rebound out front, and knocked away at the last second. This time Leonard stood tall against the leading scorer for the Jimmies. Cole Christensen had it knocked away as Rasha got to it. Christensen again will dump it in this time as Gilbert able to stop the pass. Wyatt Johnson sets things up with Wilson at center. Chips it into the Redbird zone. Under 6 minutes to play in the period. Brad Fortin behind the net for Wilson. Wilson looks, tries to center it. Blocked away, picked up by the Jimmies. Fortin has it, fires, save Leonard. He'll cover it up with the glove and get the face-off. As now some pushing and shoving as Huselak came in and tried to dig out the puck from underneath the glove of Michael Leonard. And the Redbirds took exception to that and kind of gave a little push that time to Mr. Huselak.
I don't mind that play from the Redbirds. I think some people have their opinions on hitting and fighting in hockey, but you got to be able to protect your goalie. So I think good move by the Redbirds there, stepping in for their goalie, down 2-0, kind of give them some support, being able to help them out.
Face-off will be to the right of Michael Leonard. Huselak wins the draw against Ethan Chesney. Spins it back into the corner far side. Colantonio hoisted out to center. And it will be an icing call against Illinois State. 5:31 now to play here in the first. Jamestown with goals by Carter Johnson and Brad Fortin have taken a 2-0 lead over the Redbirds. Klein will take the face-off against Chesney. Won this time by the Jimmies. Erichuk dumps it into the near corner. Mikhailchuk had it knocked off his stick and picked up by the Redbirds. Here's Chesney moving into the zone. Colantonio picks it up in the corner. Casey Colantonio had it knocked away by Klein. Rolls along the boards out to the point where Mason Perry could not hold it in. And they'll have to track it back down. Perry ahead to Campese. Tony Campese to Casey Colantonio, who moves in. Colantonio with a shot. Swiped at. No chance to get a shot that time as he got tied up. Braden Mikhailchuk will send it back down the ice. This one will keep rolling, and it will not be icing. As the The Redbirds finally get to it and play it. Michael Garcia sends it ahead to Campese. Had it chopped away. Campese takes the body and gets the puck. Garcia will chip it in, but it goes into the bench area. So the next faceoff will be in neutral ice with 4:33 to play here in the first period. Pavel Bogdan will take the faceoff for Illinois State. Jordan Crom, the opponent. Redbirds get to it first. Tricarico. Ball is into the corner. Jimmy's come away with it, though, as they clear it out to center ice. Natoli ahead for Bogdan, who moves in over the line. Pavel Bogdan sends one in on Weir. Stop made, and he'll cover up and take a face-off in his own zone. So the face-off will stay in the Jimmy zone this time with 4:12 to play in the period. As we take a look at Pavel Bogdan's shot, as Brendan Weir was able to track it all the way. Got the stick there to cover up any deficiency in the pads and was able to keep the Redbirds off the board. And for Jamestown, that's been a recurring theme for all their opponents here in the last 4.5 games so far, or 4+ games. Zorn tracks it down for Illinois State. Gritchick lost the handle on the puck. Picked up by Wilson. He'll send it across the crease. Nobody home. Christensen had it knocked away. Tricarico has it for Illinois State. He lost the handle as Zorn is able to dump it in for the Redbirds. Jimmy's look to move out of their own end as they send it to center ice. Liam Gritchick gets to it for Illinois State. Sloan let it go by. Carson Hilt got to it. Hilt gets checked off the puck as Weir will send it around the near corner. Here's a steal by Illinois State. Carson Hilt has it. Hilt goes down low and the pass comes all the way back out. Gritchick out of position. Let the puck get by him as Leonard will spin it back to the near side. Coming up on 3 minutes to play here in the first. Jamestown with a 2-0 lead. They steal the puck at center. Moving into the play is Zane McDonald. He goes behind the net with it. Checked by Gilbert. Gilbert tries to get it at the near side. Now a quick shot taken by Jordan Baraneski. It's gobbled up by Michael Leonard, and the rebound is not forthcoming. He will hang on for a face-off with just under 3 minutes to play here in the first. .11-4 the shot edge for Jamestown so far. Now a stoppage as a face-off was an unfair drop. Now a fair drop, and Illinois State can't quite get it out of their own end. It's still loose in the Redbird zone, picked up by the Jimmies. As Baraneski was checked off the puck by Michael Garcia. It's sent back around to the near side. Wyatt Johnson sends it across to the far side. Baraneski is there, played by Garcia. Knocked away by the Redbirds. Rasha tries to kick it to the blade. Keeps the play alive and is able to dump it in past center ice. 2:25 to play in the period as Weir spins it around to the far side. Lead pass ahead, McDonald. McDonald over the line with Wyatt Johnson, who fires one in. Tip and a save by Leonard, as right on goal that time. That tip by Zane McDonald, and holding his spot was Michael Leonard to keep the damage just at 2-0 so far.
Key save right there by Leonard at the end of the period. Good positioning on that tough save on the deflection.
Slowinski and Klein on the face-off, and it's won by the Jimmies. Decapite spins it back behind the net. Mikhailchuk works behind the Redbird cage. Sends it back for Decapite, who kicks it to the corner. On the near side, Decapite, backhand shot. That one stopped by Slowinski and hoisted out to center ice. Klein sends it back into the Redbird end, held up by Leonard. Redbirds get to it. Natoli sends it ahead. Klein intercepts. Decapite behind the net, centering pass. Tip, trying to get it to Mikhailchuk. It's tipped by Leonard. Redbirds come into the zone. Here's Ethan Chesney. Checked off the play on the near side. Chesney gets pushed down from behind. No call as the Jimmies come away with it. Here's Carter Johnson. Johnson stops at the circle, centering pass. Nobody home. He got spun around. Now another big hit that time is Arachuk. Got a hit on Chesney. Penalty coming up as Illinois State has possession. They get the extra attacker if they want. Coming in is Tricarico with a shot and a save by Weir. And the Redbirds will go on the power play with 1:07 left in the period.
Nice stretch pass by the Redbirds there up to Tricarico with the chance, but as you said, LA, the Redbirds are going on the power play, so we'll see what the power play can manifest here and maybe get some of the momentum back in the Redbirds' favor as they head into the second period. And if they don't score, they'll have just a bit of power play time going into that second period.
There were some big hits going on there in that sequence, and the last one is the one that got called. As Alec Arachuk will go for roughing for 2 minutes. So the Redbirds have the man advantage, which could carry over into the second period, as Michael mentioned. Face-off won by the Redbirds. Tricarico has it. Lets it go. Saved by Weir as it's kicked into the corner. As we approach 1 minute to play in the period, 1 minute remaining. Redbirds on the power play. Here's Tricarico with a shot. That one blocked. Tricarico again sends it into the corner. Jamestown penalty, number 23, Alec Arachuk, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 18:53, first period. Jimmy's penalty, Arachuk, 2 minutes for roughing at 18:53. Resulting in a Redbird power play. Zulo lost the handle on the puck at center. Tricarico has it and dumps it in. 30 seconds remaining in the period. Jimmy's able to hold it up behind the net and send it all the way back down to where Michael Leonard's at. One final power play rush to close out the period possibly. Tricarico moves forward with it. Lost the handle, and it's taken away and sent all the way back down by the Jimmies in the final 10 seconds of the period. Redbirds will still have some power play time in the second period, but that's going to do it for period number one. Your score at the end of one period of play, the University of Jamestown 2, your Illinois State Redbirds 0. Shots on goal in the first period, Redbirds 5, Jimmy's 12. Redbirds will have 53 seconds of power play time carry into the second period. So, Michael, we saw the opening phase of the game quickly on the board, Jamestown, and then in the middle phase, they also got a breakaway opportunity and did not make a mistake with Brad Fortin picking up his team-leading 9th goal of the season. Scoring started in the early stages of the first period, just 28 seconds into the contest. It was Carter Johnson picking up a pass from Justin Dumont. That made it 1-0 in favor of Jamestown. And then at the 8:58 mark, Brad Fortin stole the puck in the Redbird zone. And one-on-one with the goaltender, Fortin's going to win that one a good portion of the time. His team-leading 9th goal of the season gives the Jamestown Jimmies a 2-0 lead, getting set for period number 2. What are some of the adjustments that head coach Chris Pruitt might need to make going into the second period?
Well, I think definitely on one of those Jamestown's goals, we saw the turnover in their own zone. So just being aware of where you are on the ice, not turning the puck over in your own zone is going to be key. And then the other thing is they're getting outshot, almost doubled in shots by Jamestown. So the offense is really going to have to pick it up, get some shots on goal. The only way you're going to score is getting that puck to the net. So that's definitely going to be a focus, I think, for Coach Pruitt and the Redbirds heading into that second period.
A reminder this weekend, Illinois State Redbird Hockey is supporting breast cancer research. Check out that QR code, scan that. You'll be taken to a site for medivivor.org for more information on what they do to help with breast cancer research. We're through one period here at Grossinger Motors Arena with the score, Jamestown 2, Illinois State 0 on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel.
Car's looking fake shot back door there, huh?
Okay, what is your name and what did you dress up as?
My name is Skylar, and I dressed up as Princess Peach.
And it looks like we have your partner in crime. What is your name and what did you dress up as?
My name is Kennedy, and I am Mario.
Mario. All right, looks like we have a theme going on. What is your name and what did you dress up as?
My name is Janet, and I dressed up as Bowser.
Bowser. We have one more entry. If everybody would direct your attention, we brought our own referee to the game today. He brought his glasses. He promises to call it fair. So we need to find a winner. Okay, so I am going to stand behind each, and you guys clap for the best costume. Okay. How about our detective? How about Princess Peach? Nice that. And our Mario. And how about Bowser? Let's give Bowser some love. And everybody's favorite, our referee. All right, I think it's between Bowser and our referee right now, so let's do another cheer off. Make as much noise as you can for Bowser. And our referee. Well, I think they're both gonna win. Let's just give everybody a round of applause. Winners, meet me at the merch table.
As long as the referee doesn't call a penalty on me, I'm okay. Fans, a reminder, Illinois State Redbird Hockey is supporting breast cancer research this afternoon and this evening and this entire weekend. Check out that QR code. If you scan that, it'll take you to metaviver.org for all the information you need to donate to their cause and what they're doing to help with breast cancer research. Also, later on tonight, we'll be playing Chuck-a-Puck at the second intermission. We'll also be giving away those great vacations you've been seeing throughout the weekend and that you've heard about. Sweepstakes night is tonight. We're giving those away, so be watching. We'll have more on that coming up in the second intermission.
Fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
In this town!
Car's looking fake shot back door there, huh?
Man, we got a gap up on McDavid.
Yeah, we gotta push him to the outside.
He's back out there. 97's back out there.
Let's go. Kale, Taser, get up, set it down.
Hydrating the next generation of athletes. BioSteel. Clean, healthy hydration.
Yeah, they did. I saw that.
If I have to do an announcement, I'll lower my mic. You just keep going. I'll do the announcement. But then we'll figure it out. Welcome back to Grossinger Motors Arena. L.A. Decker back with you along with Michael Eganhouse as we are getting set for period number 2 between Illinois State and Jamestown. The Jimmies led 2-0 after one period. That on goals by Carter Johnson and by Brad Fortin. Illinois State kept in the game by the goaltending of Michael Leonard so far, and Michael Eganhouse so far. This has been a recipe that has worked for Jamestown. Illinois State's got to figure out how to spoil the soup.
Yeah, they definitely do. I think, like we talked about, it's a broken record, but they have to get the offense going. You're not going to be able to score on these Jamestown Jimmies if you're not going to get the puck to the net. So you got to be able to find a way to get that puck cycled, get it down low, and try to work it into the slot or point shots and get that puck to the net.
Jamestown outshot Illinois State 12-5 in the first period, and for the Redbirds, a couple of those shots were quality opportunities, but they've got to get more of those going into the second period. Teams are making their way out of the tunnel right now, and again, a reminder that for our next weekend's broadcast, the University of Illinois will be coming to play at Grossinger Motors Arena. The Friday game, still scheduled for 7 o'clock, will be right here for you on that one. However, Saturday's game has been shifted back to Sunday at 6 p.m. It'll still be here in Grossinger Motors Arena, but there's been a scheduling conflict, and now that game will be 6 o'clock on Sunday night. There will be a live stream of the game. However, I'm not going to be here for it because I have prior obligations with other things, so unfortunately I will not be here for that game, but you're still invited to tune in and watch here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel next weekend for the U of I and Illinois State. So the teams have made their way back onto the ice. The teams have switched sides. Illinois State will operate from left to right as we see it along with you here in period number 2. And we are just about set to get things back underway. The Redbirds group up, get their final preparations in for the period. They will have power play time of 53 seconds going into the second period, so they'll skate 5-on-4. And for that second period, we turn things over to Michael Eganhouse.
Thanks, LA. It's going to be Mike Slawinski on the faceoff for the Redbirds as it is dropped and Jamestown wins it. And they'll clear it all the way down the ice back to Leonard, who scoops it over for his defense, and Campisi takes over in the corner. But Jamestown takes that right away, and it's going to be Ethan Chesney around his own net as he crosses center ice, dips and doodles past the Jamestown defense with a shot. Good save by the Jimmy's goaltender, Brandon Weir.
That was probably the nicest offensive showing right there for Illinois State so far. They got speed, got through the zone, and were able to get a good shot on Brandon Weir, who has so far been equal to the task on 6 opportunities.
As faceoffs won by the Jimmies, and they clear it again on the penalty kill. Lenhart leaves it for Zulo. And Chesney regroups. He tries to dump it off, missed his guy. Jimmy's regain, take it back out to center ice and flip it down. Taken by the Redbirds, Joey Zulo, as he waits for the setup of the Redbird offense. Finds Chesney on the right wing. Chesney enters the zone. Tried to get it to Slawinski, couldn't. Chesney regains it though. Finds Campisi, big hit there by Campisi in the corner. As the Jimmies recollect it behind their net, it's going to be Brad Fortan as they get it out to center ice, but Chesney regains it. Back across the Jamestown line. Good block there by Jamestown. Gets it out of the zone. as Michael Natoli collects for the Redbirds. Tries to get a stretch pass, but that's going to be a whistle.
You got coincidental penalties coming up against Jamestown and Illinois State. Both players are going to go off the ice for roughing.
Campisi doesn't look very happy about that call. As this faceoff will come out into the neutral zone. As the officials are discussing something, maybe where the faceoff will take place. With 18:21 left in the second period. And they now looks to be face-off in the Redbird zone. See what the final decision is in just a moment, and it will be in the Redbird zone. Jordan Crom for the Jimmies against Mike Slewinski for the Redbirds to the right of Leonard. As the Redbirds collect that face-off, it's going to be Matt Garcia for the Redbirds, but the Jimmies are able to collect it. Now back up to their defense. They cycle it down. Redbirds take it. Joey Zula shovel it up. Finds Garcia. Slewinski down in the corner. Gets rubbed off the puck. And Jamestown comes out with it. As Carter Johnson dangles around the Redbird defense and scores! What a move by Carter Johnson, as he dips and doodles around the Redbird defense and puts the Jimmies up 3-0. Good hands there by Carter Johnson, as he just splits the defense in half inside and out and goes 5-hole on Michael Leonard.
That was a beautiful move by Carter Johnson. You got to tip your hat to that one. He took it right in on Leonard and was able to use the backhand that time to net his 6th goal of the season.
Now the Jimmies looking to attack again, but they dump it out to center ice where the Redbirds recollect. And it's going to be delayed offside, but they dump it in, so we're all good there. As Liam Gritchick collects, tries to get it out of the zone, doesn't. Gritchick picks the puck back up around the corner. He's met there by Brad Fortin. Brad Fortin tried to walk in. Couldn't get to where he wanted to go, as puck was tried to work across the D-line, not successful. Redbirds collect it back up, tipped in by Rasha. And Fortin on the rush for the Jimmies. Tried to make a move. Good stick check there by the Redbirds. As the puck's kept in, rung around the boards on the opposite side. Met there for Jordan Baraneski. Now it's battled for in the corner. Ethan Chesney. Back up to the top for the Jimmies defense. Baraneski with a shot. Saved by Leonard.
Nice job by Greg Sosinski moving in that time. As 21 and 27, they look very familiar. The font is very weird on these uniforms. It's okay, though. They do look nice, but still, that was a nice shot by Sosinski, who was able to step right in and take the shot on Leonard. Leonard had visual of it all the way and was able to control it and get the face-off.
Redbirds able to scoop that one up as Chesney chips it in on the left side. Big hit there. And that's going to be a delayed penalty interference on the Jimmies. And the Redbirds will head back to the power play. This has got to be a time for the Redbirds to get something going. Hopefully they score. That would be their ideal situation, but at least get something going because they're down 3-0, and they can't wait too much longer before they start getting a little bit urgent as the face-off is bobbled around, still in the zone for the Redbirds, and they come out with it. And Chesney works it over to Garcia, back to Garcia. Garcia looking for a lane, tried to get it over, but couldn't. And now for the Redbirds, Colantuno worked back up to Garcia. Garcia with a shot, good save, right out in front through the crease, but the Jimmies escape as they're able to take the puck. He gets sidestepped. Bachton takes it for the Redbirds. Colantonio dumped it in. Chesney after it, right out in front, and they score! Casey Colantonio with the right out in front, right in the crease. He finds the loose puck from a pass, and he's able to put it past the netminder Weir. And just like we talked about, the Redbirds are able to put one on the board, and they put themselves right back in this game, LA.
Absolutely, that was something that was needed. It was the time that the Redbirds had to get on the board in the power play. That's going to break a streak of 4 games and a period plus roughly 4 minutes that Jamestown hasn't allowed a goal. That might be what the Redbirds need to get themselves back into this one.
Absolutely, as the Redbirds win this face-off. And Rasha in on the forecheck. Rung around the boards, and that'll go all the way down. No icing as Zorn collects it for the Redbirds. But the Jamestown Jimmies come right back. And that's going to be Logan Bergeron for the Jimmies as he puts one past Leonard. And the Jamestown Jimmies waste no time responding to that Redbird goal as they go up 4-1.
You think Illinois State got themselves right back in the game, momentum on their side, and Jamestown, cool as you like, come right back and look like Logan Bergeron able to make the tally. And for the Jamestown Jimmies, it's just business as usual for them so far. They have played very well this past 2 games. And for Illinois State, they are back on their heels once again, down by 3 goals.
As Slawinski tried to tip that into the zone. Redbirds eventually get it in. Zulo in on the attack. Help from Slawinski, but the Jimmies come out with it as they try to push it ahead. And they do. That was Reed Wilson shoving it ahead for the Jimmies. Rasha collects it on the sideboards. Slawinski tried to get it out in front. Looking for Matt Garcia, who dumps it in. That was tipped, so that's going to be no icing. As for the Jimmies, Wyatt Johnson. They push it ahead. Garcia missed it. Look out here for the Jamestown Jimmies 2-on-1. Toe drag shot. Blocked by the Redbird defense. Good chance there for the Jimmies 2-on-1, but the Redbird defense prevails. As it's taken away and shoveled up to the Redbird zone with a shot deflected wide of Leonard. It's battled for in the corner. 2-on-2 battle as they scrum for it in the corner. It comes loose, and the Redbirds gain. Possession is Chesney, that's going to be Carson Hilt, who tried to get it into the zone as he tried to keep it in the zone but couldn't. Here come the Jimmies. That's taken away as the Redbirds dump it in. That was going wide, but Weir decided to take the puck for a face-off.
Once in a while, the goaltender will sense his team is getting a little bit out of sync and a little bit out of control, and what they'll do is they'll come out just like a soccer goaltender, they'll control the puck, or in this case, in hockey it's the puck, but in soccer case, the ball. They'll control the pace of the play so that their team doesn't get too far out of control and give up weird goals or crazy goals.
As Gritchick goes back behind his own net, trying to rub off two offensive players for the Jimmies, And Cole Antonio tries to get it out of the zone. He flips it over the boards. And Chesney down low, little spill by Cole Antonio as the Jimmies get the puck out. Fortan, nice drop pass back to Fortan. Fortan with a shot. Gets blocked out wide. Fortan rings it around the board for his defenseman. And Gritchick's able to get it out for Cole Antonio, who chips it ahead. Finds Campese. Campese with a nice move. Tries to center it. They shoot. They score! What a pass by Tony Campese. And it looks like Ethan Chesney puts it home for the Redbirds. And again, the Redbirds respond with 12 minutes left in the second. Good work by Campese to get that puck to the slot, and Chesney, right time, right place, puts it behind the goaltender Weir.
That was a lot of work by Tony Campese, and he was rewarded for it by getting him the assist on the Chesney goal, and the Redbirds right back in it, down just 2.
And the Redbirds looking for another one as they enter the zone. Shot blocked by the Jimmy's defense. The Redbirds work it back up to Garcia, who flips it down. Jimmy's ringing around. Kept in the zone by the Redbirds, though, with a shot. Good save by Weir as he kicks it out. And here comes a chance for the Jimmies with a good save by Leonard. Sticking his glove out there. Good job to keep the momentum on the Redbirds side as he's able to make that glove save.
Michael Leonard so far has done yeoman's work. Right now is the number 2 goalie for Illinois State with Mark Imbergia on the shelf. And Leonard coming up for the D2 team has stood up well under pressure so far, and right now he's kind of getting himself into this game a little more. He can be very excitable.
He sure is making this game excitable as he's keeping, as you said, the Redbirds in the game. As here come the Redbirds. Slawinski in on it, but it's going to be covered by Weir for a face-off to his left. 11:06 left to go in the second period. Jamestown leads the Redbirds 4-2. And LA, we talk about momentum. Redbirds, they gain momentum, but they have seemed to give it right back to the Jamestown Jimmies in the second period. How do they find that momentum and keep it?
Well, just exactly what they've been doing. They have to grind it out. They have to hustle. There's a quick shot taken by Zulo on the face-off win by Slawinski.
Another shot saved by Weir, and that's going to be cleared, and it could be a two-on-one opportunity for the Jimmies. Nice saucer pass gets deflected, but not on net for the Jimmies. That was Jordan Baraneski on the deflection as he gets the puck in the low corner. Another shot, easy save for Leonard, and he's going to stop that one and take a face-off.
That goal for Chesney, by the way, his 8th of the season. So he is second on the team right now behind Tony Campese. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, that should tie them. That ties them, I believe, with the team lead at 8 goals apiece.
Face-off to the left of Leonard, and the Jimmies able to win it, but good stick there by the Redbirds. That was Tim Sloan poking it out of the zone. As Panos tried to work it back to Zorn, but couldn't, and here come the Jimmies. They walk right in with a shot. Good blocker save by Leonard as he redirects that one up into the netting. So that's going to be a face-off in the Redbird defensive zone.
Redbirds have gotten 6 shots so far in the period, Michael, and For Jamestown, they also have 6, so they're even so far through about 10 minutes of the period.
Leonard might have got a glove on that one as it whisked past him, and now the puck's going to go out of play. So a new puck will be brought into play by scorekeeper Dan Glatt. And the faceoff is going to come outside of the Redbird zone. As the Jimmies win it maybe a little too cleanly as it goes all the way back into their defensive zone. Weir out to play it. He rings it around. Another easy save there by Weir. As the Redbirds tried to keep it in, but here comes the Jimmies. Nice move. Almost completed by Jimmy's Logan Bergeron. He looks to keep it in the zone. And it will be kept in the zone as they walk right in with a chance. Couldn't get anything going. Another shot from the point. That's going to be deflected high. As the Jimmies got the Redbirds on their feet right now, applying a lot of pressure in the offensive zone, but that's going to be settled down by Leonard. And the Redbirds regroup with Andreas Zorn. Sloan tried to work it up as the Jimmies make an area pass right out in front in the slot. Couldn't control it, and the Redbirds are able to clear.
That last play was set up by Arachuk as Chesney has still on the puck.
Here comes Chesney right in. Tried to get it across, no luck, and the puck's going to come off of, or the net, excuse me, is going to come off its moorings. Whistle is blown. Good opportunity for the Redbirds there as they tried to get that extra pass across LA, but as we talked about in the first period, they got to just get that puck on net instead of trying to make that extra pass and look a little bit too cute.
There are some times when just shoot the puck at the net is the best course of action, especially when you hear people talk about NHL playoff hockey. Shoot the puck at the net. Nothing bad can happen if you shoot the puck at the net. If you start trying to make the perfect pass, that's when bad things can start happening.
As the Redbirds recollect it here in their defensive zone. But the Jimmies tried to center it. Couldn't. Big shot by the Jimmies defense, Justin Dumont. And the Redbirds come back. Colantonio tried to get it across to Campese, but they were unsuccessful. And here come the Jimmies on an on-man rush. Good play by the Redbird defense. Garcia as he sprawled to the deck.
Matt Garcia sprawled out, sold out completely on that shot block to block the centering attempt.
As the Jimmies recollect, big hit by Campese. Way to rub him off the puck for the Redbirds. But nothing doing on that rush attempt for the Redbirds as they'll collect it back in their own zone.
There's definitely an extra pep in the step of Illinois State so far at this point of the second period. Looks like the Redbirds ice the puck, so the faceoff will come all the way back down to their end.
As you mentioned, LA, good job by the Redbirds coming out in this second period. Stepping up their game, making it a little bit closer as the faceoffs dropped to the left of Leonard. And shot tipped wide by the Jimmies out in front. Looked to be Jordan Baraneski as it's battled for in the corner, 2-on-2. Redbirds come out with it. Gilbert and Chesney dumps it in, and he goes for a change as they tried to recollect it. That was Alex Matsis. And Jordan Baraneski dumped it in for the Jimmies. Natoli for the Redbirds tried to get it in to his teammate but couldn't. And the Redbirds are able to come out with it as they dump it in. Dump and chase for the Redbirds. Tricarico on it, and missed opportunity for the Jimmies on that stretch pass, but no icing as they're able to beat it into the zone. As they tried to center it right out in front. Right place, right time for Tricarico. he works down low with a shot. Good save by Weir. Another shot. Blistering to the right of Weir. No harm done as Natoli works it over. Good tip in front, just wide of Weir. And the Redbirds couldn't keep it in the zone, and here come the Jimmies as they'll just dump and chase. Looking for a change. It's going to be Wyatt Johnson in on the forecheck for the Jimmies. Turnover here by the Redbirds, and Leonard alertly gets it out of the zone for the Redbirds, but it's going to be put right back in. Chance right out in front. Tried to get it right off of Leonard's backside, but they couldn't do it, the Jimmies, as they keep it in the zone. Good chance there. Smart idea trying to get it off of the backside of Leonard. As a long stretch pass, catching the Birds on a bad change. Good save by Leonard from a shot from Carter Johnson. Another save as Zorn recollects it for the Redbirds. He tries to get it. 2-on-2 battle, and that's going to be flipped out of play.
One thing most fans don't realize is the middle period and the second period, both teams have the long change. So the benches are kind of set up where you can get a faster change during the first and third period where you have the change advantage. In the second period, your bench is further away from your defensive zone. So the Redbirds got caught that time in the middle of a change, as you mentioned, and they almost gave up an offensive opportunity to Jamestown.
All right, face-off won by the Jimmies as they tried to cycle it down, but that's going to be sent all the way down, and that's going to be an icing, so the puck will come all the way back down into the Redbird defensive zone. As it looks like it's going to be to the right of Leonard. So Mike Slowinski will take the draw for the Redbirds. As he's able to win it out to his partner. But no harm done as the stretch pass missed. And the Jimmies recollect behind their own net. Good forecheck by the Redbirds right out in front. They score! That's going to be Mike Slowinski for the Redbirds. Good pressure out in front by the forecheck. And Mike Slowinski right where he needs to be in the front of the net as the Jimmies turned it over. And a nice, easy shot, nothing crazy for Slowinski. And the Redbirds pull within one.
Slowinski picks up his fourth of the season, as we mentioned before. Put the puck on the net. Nothing fancy, just got the puck, faked out the goalie, and was able to put it past him. And now we got a one-goal game.
As the Redbirds look to keep the pressure on, as they have the puck in the zone, but they lose it. And that's going to be off the boards and out of play. Athletic play there by Campisi trying to catch the puck on the bench. And the face-off is going to be coming back into the Jamestown zone. As the puck is dropped. And Panos tried to win it, but he couldn't. Jimmy's come up with it. Good forecheck again by the Redbirds. They tried to center it. Gritchick on the puck for the Redbirds as he tries to center it right out in front. Nobody home. And the Jimmies on the attack now. They might have an odd man rush. Here come the Jimmies. Gets blocked out in front. And they work it back up to their D, and they're going to cycle it around. And Brendan Volcano tried to keep it in the zone for the Jimmies, as they'll regroup and just send it down the ice for a change. Gritchick in on the puck for the Redbirds with Zorn. Zorn shovels it ahead. Gets deflected, and here come the Redbirds. Tim Sloan tries to make a move. Beautiful move. And just misses. Good save by Weir. Good hands by the Redbird forward. But now that's going to be an icing for the Redbirds, and the puck will come all the way back down into their defensive zone.
Well, had a golden opportunity right there for Tim Sloan, who's not known for his offense, but he really had a golden chance there. Looked like that Weir was trying to push off the post and may have knocked the net. There, you see it right there. The net was off the moorings. That could have been a penalty shot awarded had the referee adjudicated that he intentionally pushed it off the post and knocked it off the moorings. We could have had a penalty shot situation there, but it was not called.
Good pickup there, LA, as there was a shot right out in the slot. Gets blocked out in front by the Redbird defense. And Logan Bergeron dumped it in right out in front. The Jimmy's trying to put it past Leonard, but they couldn't. Chesney recollects off the boards, and he'll get it out of the zone. As the Jimmies will do the same, and they chip it in on a dump and chase for the Jimmies. 2:55 left in the second period. As that's going to be gloved down by Leonard and played out to his defense. Redbirds look for the stretch pass. Uh-oh, here comes the Jimmies with a shot wide above Leonard. As Jimmies recollect it. Right out in front again with another save by Leonard. As Leonard's keeping his team in the game. Redbird defense giving up a couple of good opportunities for the Jimmies. As Baraneski tried to get it, but the Redbirds are going to shovel it off the boards. And Cole Antonio tried to keep it in the zone, but was unsuccessful. As Gilbert tried to push it out. Baraneski loses it. Baraneski, good save by Leonard. Might have been tipped out in front. As the Jimmies recollect, tried to get a centering pass. Another save by Leonard as he sprawls onto his backside. And the Redbirds are under siege as they get it right out in front again. Another save by Leonard. And they missed an open net with a sprawling Garcia trying to save that from a goal as another shot comes in, and that's blockered away by Leonard. The Jimmies are buzzing right now with a minute and a half left off the post. And the Redbirds desperately trying to get it out of their zone, and that's going to be Chesney who did. And Panos was down in the zone, but there's going to be a whistle.
They're checking on Michael Leonard right now. He might have got one off the dome. Boy, he has been under seizure in the last 2 minutes. Take a look at some of these saves he's made. Point-blank opportunities, and you saw the puck go across. What a play by Matt Garcia. Sprawling out, staying out of the crease, which is important because if he covers the puck in the crease, it's a penalty shot to Jamestown. So now, a little chat between the officials. They're going to figure out where the face-off is going to be. Leonard's coming out of the contest, it looks like, and Brendan Donovan's getting himself ready to go. That's a big change of events here, as Michael Leonard's gone to this point in the contest at the 1:15 mark of the second. And Michael, a change in goalie for Illinois State. You're going to go from a guy who's really emotional, who's got your team back in the contest by keeping him in the game. Now you're putting one of the hottest goaltenders in college, in club hockey, into the game as Brendan Donovan is coming out. Now, wait a minute, Michael Leonard's coming back out. Michael Leonard's coming back in the game. Is he? Well, they're going to bring Donovan in. He's already on the ice, so he has to come out for at least a shift. So Donovan comes into the contest at the 1:15 mark of the second period.
And as you mentioned, LA, Brendan Donovan, one of the hottest goalies. That's going to be a good change for the Redbirds. But as we said, Leonard was playing really well, so we'll see how the Redbirds respond as they get it into the zone. But that's taken away, and there's going to be a whistle.
Got a penalty coming up off the puck, and the Redbirds are going to be down a man. Going to be a tripping call against Andreas Zorn. Or check it, it's on Alex Matsis.
As Leonard makes his way back into the net for the Redbirds.
Yep, Leonard's coming back into the contest.
His face-off will be to the left of Leonard. with 55 seconds remaining in the second period. Jamestown up 4-3, but a good period for the Redbirds as they get ready to drop the puck momentarily. And now they do, and the Jimmies win it in their own zone, or in the Redbirds offensive zone, excuse me, with a shot saved by Leonard, and they score! Jamestown Jimmies put one on the board again, and that looks like it's going to be Jordan Crom for the Jimmies. And that's kind of a killer, LA, for the Redbirds, as they had all the momentum, and they let a late period goal in by Jamestown.
Well, Jamestown took advantage of the penalty call against Matsis and was able to get the man advantage, and Michael Leonard coming back into the contest. I might have just rolled with Donovan for the rest of the period just to give Leonard a break and and try to stop the power play attempt, at least give Leonard a chance to catch his breath between periods. Instead, now Jamestown's up 2 goals again.
As the puck's forward dug behind the Jamestown net, Slawinski's in there for the Redbirds, along with Justin Dumont for the Jimmies, and the Jimmies are able to take away the puck as they come on a rush. Tried to get it out in front, but that's going to be offside for Brad Fortin. And the puck's going to come outside of the Redbird defensive zone with 15 seconds left in the second period. And so Slawinski will take the face-off for the Redbirds as he wins it back to Panos. But that's going to be offside once again for the Jimmies. And again, the puck will come outside of the zone for a face-off. So we'll have another face-off with 10 seconds left in the second, as the Redbirds battle for it, and they'll come out with it. Garcia on the forecheck, couldn't keep it in. And that's going to end the second period. Good period for the Redbirds in terms of offense, making it a little bit closer. But Jamestown still able to be up by 2 heading into the third period. And we'll get set for the third period.
As you mentioned, the power play still, nope, there is no power play. That one came off, that one's going to come off the board, so that one doesn't count. As they're getting ready for the raffle drawing here inside the arena. Those trips you've been seeing the videos on the feed here, they're going to give those away here in just a couple of moments, so just keep an eye on that. Quick scoring recap for you. Lots of scoring in the second period, a total of 6 goals between the two teams. As we start the recap with Jamestown getting on the board at 17:41 mark of the period, and the 6th goal of the season by Carter Johnson, unassisted, to give the Jimmies a 3-0 lead. Illinois State would get on the board for the first time tonight as Casey Colantonio would pick up a nice pass from Tony Campese, and the Redbirds cut the lead down to 3-1 on the power play. Then the Redbirds would score once again, this time at the 12:01 mark, as Ethan Chesney would pick up the shot and put it past Brendan Weir. He gets the assist from Campese with 12:01 to play. That made it 3-2. With 14:48 to play in the period, it was made 4-2 as the Jamestown Jimmies got the 4th goal of the season from Logan Bergeron. The assist goes to Carter Johnson, and it was 4-2. Redbirds got to 4-3 as Mike Slawinski picked up his 4th goal of the season. The assists go to Joey Zulo and Carson Hilt. And with 4:52 left, the Redbirds would have been won at 4-3. However, they close out the period on the power play to the Jimmies, and they score late in the third period. As you see the Mike Slawinski goal there, Jamestown able to get on the board with 47 seconds left on the power play. 5th goal of the year from Jordan Crom. The assist going to Jordan Baraneski and Justin Dumont to close out scoring in the period. 6 goals in total between the two teams, and we're at 5-3 through 2 periods of play here at Grossinger Motors Arena. Third period action coming up in just a few moments. Don't forget the Redbirds are supporting cancer breast cancer research. Go to metaviper.org for more information on how you can help donate for their cause and participate in breast cancer research. 5-3 after 2, Jamestown leads Illinois State on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel.
That was Turks and Caicos. The suspense is killing you, I know. How about Tuscany? Tuscany was an option. That is the actual villa. You get 7 nights for up to 6 people. And last but not least, we have Disney. This vacation again is in a private Airbnb. You have 4 nights for up to 6 people, and each of those people that you bring with you gets you 1 park pass. So take them to Disney. All right, and now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. Frank, let's get the wheel up on the board, please. Let's see who's the winner. Frank, click it to spin. Here we go. Heidi Hartado. Is she in the building at all? Yes? No? Maybe so? No, that was not possible. Thank you to everybody who did donate. We really appreciate it. And congratulations, Heidi.
I guess we're not playing Chuck-a-Puck. The Zambonis are coming out. Once the
The car's looking fake shot back door there, huh?
Man, we got to gap up on McDavid.
Yeah, we gotta push him to the outside.
He's back out there. 97's back out there.
Let's go. Kale Tager, get up, get after him, set again.
Hydrating the next generation of athletes. BioSteel. Clean, healthy hydration.
welcome back into Grossinger Motors Arena, where the Redbirds find themselves down 2 against Jamestown Jimmies. We're going to get set here for the third period of play. And LA, as you mentioned going into the break, a lot of offense in that second period. What can you expect, or what do you think Coach Pruitt was saying in that locker room?
Keep up the intensity, boys, because that's what you want to do. You take it right to them, get into your game. You know, the stretch passes were working for Illinois State there in the middle part of the period. So, you know, if they can get ahead of the Jimmies, because they like to clog up the middle and use their speed to do the stretch passes as well. So if Illinois State can start playing their game and get control of this, they can get themselves back in this contest very quickly.
As Redbird players are just huddling up inside of the tunnel. Referee's coming back out. As the Redbirds quite handily getting outshot by the Jimmies. As the players make their way back onto the ice.
So for Illinois State, they were down 2 to start the period last time. So they're level. I mean, let's think about this. You're right back where you started from. You got through the first period down 2. You got through the second period, you're still down just 2. Let's get this get this going again for them. You got Michael Leonard back in the net. He's looking like he's feeling all right. So we'll see how that works out, because Brendan Donovan came in for a short time to give him a little break to get his equipment reset. And now Donovan back on the bench for Illinois State, and we are just about set to get the third period underway. Teams have switched sides. Michael and I have also switched sides. I'll be doing the call for the third period. Redbirds operating from left to right as we see it along with you here in stanza number 3, as the opening faceoff is won by the Jimmies as Sosinski will dump it into the Redbird end. Around the boards to the far side, cleared out by Illinois State and sent all the way down the ice. No icing is called, as there was a player available to play the puck. Behind the net, Sosinski. Good forecheck by the Redbirds as it's tipped up into the netting behind the cage. And the faceoff will stay in the Jamestown end. Casey Colantonio came in on the forecheck that time and was able to break up the clearing attempt by Sosinski, and the Redbirds will get a faceoff to the right of Brandon Weir.
That could be a key for the Redbirds, that forecheck. They scored on a forecheck and caused a turnover for the Jimmies in the second period. So that could definitely be something to watch out for in the third, is that Redbird forecheck trying to cause those turnovers.
Face-off one as Dumont got to it for Jamestown, sent it out to the neutral zone. Natoli gets it for Illinois State. Chipped away from him. Chesney picks it up as Fortin rubs Chesney out of the play. Redbirds come in over the line. Colantonio sends it in front. Quick tip by Mason Perry. That went behind the net. Again, a centering pass by Chesney. Missed everybody. It's picked up by Matsis. He loses it in the zone. Matsis jumps high to get it checked. That's Gilbert who jumps high. Quick shot taken by Chesney, gloved down by Brandon Weir, and he'll take the face-off. Josh Gilbert that time jumped high off his skates to get the save and kept it in the zone. As we take a look at Gilbert. Gilbert 6'2", 200 pounds, so yeah, he needed every bit of that 6'2" frame. Jump up in the air and keep that one from going out of the zone. Face-off won by the Jimmies. Long lead pass ahead. There's that stretch pass we were talking about as they try to get it in front. And Leonard able to cover it up as McDonald was sitting right on the doorstep looking for the pass from Baraneski. And Leonard was able to thwart that by covering the puck and keep Jamestown right where they're at with a 2-goal lead.
Good awareness by Leonard. They tried to get that cross-ice pass. Getting Leonard moving laterally, but got deflected, and Leonard was able to come back to the puck and cover it up. Good job by Leonard.
Face-off win for the Jimmies as Volcano keeps it in. Here's a Baraneski shot tipped up over the barn behind the net. Rattles loose to the near corner. Joe Rasha in there to fight for it, along with Slowinski. Dug out by Huselak for the Jimmies. Rasha Had it knocked off his stick. Josh Gilbert gets to it. Gilbert works around. Sent up ice for Rasha. Rasha's got it. Spins it ahead for Zulo. Knocked off his stick, and McDonald's got it. Chipped ahead. Here's Huselak over the line. He'll dump one in on Leonard. Covered up and sent back into play. Liam Kritchik leaves it behind the net. Garcia off balance a little bit. Couldn't get to the puck right away. It's loose in the crease and finally picked up by Joe Rasha for Illinois State. Liam Kritchik sends it ahead with a stretch pass. Looking for Matt Garcia. Couldn't get it to him. Jamestown controls. Alec Erichuk. A-L-E-K the first name. And Erichuk the last name. E-R-I-C-H-U-K. DeCapite had a bounce off his skate into the zone. Redbirds trying to get control. Can't do it as Keaton Klein lost an edge on the board, along the boards, and sent it into the corner. Andreas Zorn has it for Illinois State. Klein knocks it away from Matzis, and Gritchik has to go back to get it as we approach 3 minutes gone by here in the third period. Still 5-3 Jamestown. Here's Pavel Bakhtin. Gets checked off the puck at center. It's knocked away by Jordan Crom. Edwards in the zone. Matzis, quick feature. Carrico! It's knocked away by Weir. Here's Mason Perry with a shot. That one blocked by the defense. And the Jamestown Jimmies come away with it. They'll dump it into the zone for an offensive chance. Leonard spins it around behind his own net to the near corner. Sent back around. Picked up by Crom. There's Johnson. Carter Johnson sends it around. There's Matzis. Couldn't clear it out of the zone. Now finally dug out by Bakhtin and got it to Matzis. Perry will set things up by dumping it in. It's deflected into the near corner. Justin Dumont sends it ahead. Logan Bergerin will chip it in. Leonard out of his cage to come play it. Fortin on the far side, dug out by Gilbert. Fortin got it back behind the net. Fortin knocked off the puck nicely that time by Mason Perry. Fortin still in the play though. He fights with Perry for it. It's chipped into the corner. Back out to the point. Where's Sosinski? Chips it in behind the net. Bergerin behind the net, tried to center it. Picked up by the Jimmies and kept in the zone by Dumont at the point. Over to Sosinski. Sent across for Christensen's shot. Glove save by Leonard, and he hangs on. Brad Fortin was right there just in case the Redbird netminder gave up a juicy rebound.
Leonard bailing out his team again with the glove save. Jimmy's had the Redbirds running around a little bit on defense, but like I mentioned, Leonard was there to save the day for the Redbirds.
And Michael Leonard so far in the contest has made 29 saves. Christensen to take the face-off against Slawinski. Still loose, finally picked up by Christensen in the corner. Sent out to Rasha. He gets bumped off the puck. They get it to center. At least it relieves some pressure. Gritchik picks it up for Illinois State. Rasha lets it go by him as Slawinski moves in to take it. Christensen will pick up the puck. He'll motor through center. Gets over the blue line. Dumps it back for an opportunity. That one knocked away. There's Wyatt Johnson with a shot. That one stopped by Leonard. Rebound to the near corner. There's a Redbird losing a stick. Again, another stick gets stuck in between the ice and the boards. Fortin on the far boards. Tries to dig it out. Still a jockey for the puck as 6 players get in there. Finally, spun out of there by Joey Zulo and hoisted out to center by Matt Garcia. And the stick is still sitting on the ice down in the corner. Garcia tips it ahead to Campese. Couldn't get the return pass though as Garcia didn't follow him. And the Jimmies will take over and they skate back to the own end to reset. 14:50 to play in the third. 5-3 in favor of Jamestown. Garcia sends it through center. Quick lead pass, return pass, Baraneski. He'll fire one. That one wide of the target. Penalty coming up against Illinois State. And the Redbirds will go down one skater.
Not really what the Redbirds wanted to do early in the third period, going on the penalty kill. But maybe they can gain some momentum off the penalty kill if they're able to get away unscathed from it. As they're down 2. Redbirds are going to definitely have to tighten up their defense here against the Jimmy's power play. As they got the Redbirds running on their toes a little bit.
Illinois State penalty number 29, Ethan Chesney, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 5:25, third period. Redbird penalty, Chesney, 2 minutes for hooking at 5:25. Jimmy's on the power play as they work on the far side. Here's a shot taken. Leonard with a kick save. Rebound over to the corner far side. Picked up by Bergeron. Sends it to the circle. Now across for Erichek. He'll fire one in. Save made by Leonard, and he gives no rebound. The faceoff will stay in the Illinois State end. So both teams will make changes as a fresh 5 will come out of the ice for Jamestown. Illinois State will bring in 3 new skaters. As you take a look at Redbird goaltender Michael Leonard, 32 saves so far on the night for him. Crom on the faceoff wins it, but it's drawn all the way back into the Jamestown end, so they'll have to reset. 6 minutes gone by here in the third. 5-3, Jamestown leads Illinois State. Jamestown on the power play. As Brad Fortin resets everything for Jamestown. Knocked off the puck for just a moment. Now Jamestown will move into the Redbird end as Fortin dumps it into the far corner from the near to the near corner. Slawinski getting tied up right along the boards. Finally dug out by Illinois State. Gritchik couldn't clear it out. Zasinski with a shot. That one stopped by Leonard, and he did hang on to it. He thought it got past him. He was able to corral it and keep the rebound in control and get the face-off.
What a play by Leonard to hang on to that puck for the Redbirds. He didn't even know he had it.
Take a look at the replay as we look high from the rooftop cam here at Grossinger Motors Arena. Boy, I tell you what, Leonard put the glove down thinking he was going to have a shot at it, but just in case took a look behind him to make sure it didn't get past him. And he did have it in the catching glove. Face off to the right of Michael Leonard. Erichuk wins it. Here's a shot taken. That one went wide by Volcano. Into the corner it goes for Huselak. Berger in there as well to try to dig it out against Garcia. Here's Huselak trying to raise one up over the bar. Can't get one to go, and the rebound comes all the way out. Illinois State has it. 2-on-2, they advance shorthanded. Here's Rasha spinning at the circle. Drops it down low for Gritchik. Gritchik occupying some more time. Or check it, that's Bogdan occupying more time. 85 instead of 65. Brendan Volcano starts up the Jimmies one more time on the 10-second power play time remaining for Jamestown. Volcano sends it over to the far corner. Down low, Bergeron. Bergeron centers it back out as Chesney is released in the penalty box. Both teams back at full strength. Shot was tipped in on net. That one sent wide. Now the Redbirds have it. Here's a lead pass ahead. Ethan Chesney going to try to skate out. Weir's going to come out to play the puck and get it away from Ethan Chesney at the last moment. Lead pass ahead for Wilson, who fires one in. That one sticked aside by Leonard. Into the corner, the rebound goes Klein. Left it for Bergeron. Bergeron had it tipped away. Chesney couldn't keep it in. Finally controlled by Wilson for Jamestown as he'll circle back and occupy some more time. 12 minutes to play in regulation. 5-3, Jamestown leads by 2. Here's Klein. Centering pass across to Capitaine with a shot saved by Leonard, and he hangs on.
Another good save by Leonard. Good awareness. Laterally moving from his left to right, knowing that that puck was going across into the slot area. Michael Leonard on top of his game tonight, keeping the Redbirds in this one.
Face-off win for the Jamestown Jimmies. As it's sent right out front. Chesney knocks it away at the last moment. Now a quick shot. Save again by Leonard on a point-blank chance. That one by Decapite again. Dumont at the point. Fires one in. That one gloved down again by Leonard. And a Redbird player is down on the ice after the shot block. And he is not getting up anytime soon. Let's take a look at that one more time. As that one, he was down on that play before Leonard had to make the glove save. As you see the player down, it's Tony Campese who's down on the ice, making sure everything is still functioning properly as he gets up and makes his way over to the Redbird bench. Campese will skate to the bench.
hopefully Campese is going to be able to stay in this game.
I think he's got a word or two for Jamestown on where they might be able to stop to get some food on the way home back to Jamestown, North Dakota. As they will have the face-off in their own zone with the Redbirds. Michael Leonard has played yeoman's hockey so far tonight with 36 saves on the night. Redbirds still have time, though, and we saw that both teams can put some offense together. They scored 6 combined goals in the last period. Here's a shot. Leonard makes the save on a point-blank chance. That one by McDonald. Rebound comes out from the corner, and the Redbirds have it. John Panos skates through center. Panos over the line again, offside on the play. As Panos again, one too many moves with the stick handling, trying to be tricky with it, cost the team an offside call.
Those plays are killer, LA. When Redbirds need to get something going, they're down by 2. Just a mental mistake going offsides like that. It's going to be a killer for the Redbirds, so they got to be able to stop making those mental errors.
Wyatt Johnson gets the face-off for Jamestown as he moves from his own end. And they send it forward, moving through center with speed. Here's Wilson. Had it knocked away for a moment. Now it's dumped into the corner. Brad Fortin's got it. Fortin tries the wraparound. Now comes back out to the point. To the backhand. Drops it off for Wyatt Johnson. Johnson holds and looks. Sends it around the boards. Comes around to Fortin. Fortin sends it around back behind the cage. Centering pass out front as Wilson got to it. Now Fortin has it. Wilson on the near boards. Swiped at by Garcia. Centering pass intercepted by Tim Sloan. He hoists it high off the glass. And Wyatt Johnson back to get it for Jamestown. Quick change for Illinois State. Fortin comes in on the offense. Fortin will cut in, fire. Leonard somehow got across and made the save. The net comes off the moorings. They don't stop play. As play continues on, they'll reset the net. As the Redbirds tip it ahead, Slowinski's got a 2-on-1, moves in, fire, save by Weir, and he hangs on.
Well, it all started back in the Redbird defensive zone. Good save by Leonard, and that turns into a good opportunity for the Redbirds. As we see, they got a quality chance, but Weir up to the task for the Jimmies.
Face off to the right of Brendan Weir, won by the Redbirds. Gritchick with a shot, that one tipped wide, goes into the corner far side. Slowinski spins it back around for Joe Rasha behind the net. Jamestown there to pick it up. They'll try to get it toward their blue line and out of the zone. They got it to neutral ice. Gritchick able to retrieve and bring it back in. Gritchick will send it down low. Weir will spin it around the far board. Slowinski is there. He sends it back around to the near side. Into the corner it goes. Gritchick hits Dumont as he tries to hold it in. It's going to be controlled by the Jimmies as they try to send it up ice. Knocked away, though, as Zulo gets to it. Zulo at the line, moves in. Zulo cuts to the circle, gets around one defender, centers it back out front. Nobody around. Now a big shot coming up. That one tipped wide. Rebound out front. Zulo shot saved by Weir. Rebound still loose in the slot. Now finally, someone finally got the puck. Pushed into Brendan Weir. And that one looked very disjointed, but the Redbirds trying to take advantage of the chaos there.
Yeah, good job by the Redbirds crashing the net on Weir, making it difficult for him to corral that puck to stop it. And that's what they got to keep doing. They got to keep crashing the net, putting that puck on the net, so hopefully they can put it in the back of the net and tie this game up down by 2, but that's exactly what they want to do. Crash the net, get that puck in the back of the net.
Face-off will be to the right of Brendan Weir when we resume with 9:26 to play here in period number 3. Pavel Bakhtin will take the face-off against Keaton Klein. Face-off jockeyed for and finally won by the Jimmies. It's sent out to neutral ice. Decapite races ahead of everybody. As it's sent in as Natoli got to it for Illinois State. Sends it out toward the line, tipped away as Klein was coming in to try to keep the puck in. Now Bakhtin will chip it in, knocked away from him. Kept in the zone by Matsis. Now Klein had knocked away, but he's going to stay in the zone with it. It's finally tipped out by Illinois State as Wyatt Johnson will dump it in. Both teams will go get a change. 8:53 to play here in the third. Redbirds trail by 2. Tricarico along the near side board. Spun out by Carter Johnson, who keeps it in. Down in the corner on the near side. Mason Perry Sends it around. Redbirds lost the handle on it. That one's centered across, but nobody was there for the Jimmies. Arachuk has to get by him. Matzis will try to track it down. He moves in against Matthew Poole. Arachuk sends it ahead for the Jamestown Jimmies. Over to Bergerin. Bergerin over the line, firing. That one blocked. It goes into the corner far side. Arachuk dumps it behind the net. Redbirds come away with it. Lead pass ahead. Tricarico couldn't track it down. Back to get a Campese. Good to see him back on the ice after taking a pretty good shot a few minutes ago. Arachuk with the centering pass. That one missed Carter Johnson. It's played around to the near side. Bergerin sends it back around. Carter Johnson behind the net. Centering pass. Bergerin on the doorstep. Save made by Leonard at point blank range again. He has been outstanding, and a penalty coming up. Or is it just a high stick? We'll play with a high stick. Sometimes it's a very misleading signal the officials give. It looks like it was just played with a high stick. So no penalty. We play on as the face-off in the Redbird zone 1. Dumont sends one in. Leonard sweeps it aside to the near corner. Leonard has been outstanding. Again, another save from Leonard. This one centered out front. Leonard covers it up again.
That was a close one. The Jimmies had a guy waiting there right in the slot. But again, Leonard bails out his team. Jimmies are really trying to center that puck into the slot area. Redbirds leaving a guy open. So definitely something to watch as we get into the latter stages here in the third.
Face-off one again by the Jimmies. They control on the far side. Here's Fortin with a shot. Save again by Leonard. Rebound to the far side, Zorn. Tipped it ahead to Slowinski. Slowinski sends it ahead for Joe Rasha. Rasha spins away from a check. Sent out to the line, Gritchick. Sent it down low. Almost had a man right on the doorstep in Zulo and couldn't get it to him. Jimmies once again control. Redbirds have it as Zorn will dump it across. Weir holds it up behind his own net. Justin Dumont has it. 7 minutes to play in regulation. 5-3. Jamestown. Here's Fortin with it.
Look out.
Fortin moves into the backhand. Takes it behind the net with Zorn on him. Fortin 1-on-3. Takes it to the corner far side centering pass. Gritchick is there to steal it. Redbirds control. Slowinski sends it up over Wyatt Johnson's head. It gets to the blue line. Doesn't go farther. Fortin back into the Redbird zone with it. Fortin cuts in, fires. That hit the side of the net, and they score. It looked like it hit off the side of the net, then came off of Michael Leonard and went in, and it's 6-3 in favor of Jamestown.
That's definitely one that Leonard's going to want back, as he stayed true to his post, but somehow it snuck past him. And Leonard definitely wishes he could take that one back, as the Jimmies take a 3-goal lead in third.
Jimmies win the faceoff. That's sent in by Volcano. Quick save, kick save made by Leonard. And Wyatt Johnson gets it at center ice. Here's Tricarico moving and firing. That one blockered aside by Weir. Rebound comes out to the corner on the far side. Johnson got it to Capite.
2-on-1,
He'll
look out.
fire it in. That one stopped by Natoli on the defense, and the Redbirds look to counter. Tricarico couldn't quite get to the puck in time. There's Bachton with it at the line. He'll dump it in behind Weir. Jamestown goal, his 10th of the season, scored by number 9, Brad Fortin. Assisted by number 2, Wyatt Johnson. Time of the goal, 13:27, third period. Jimmy's goal scored by Fortin, assisted by Wyatt Johnson at 13:27. And again, Michael Leonard has to be on his game. As the puck comes into his area, he's able to cover it up. 5.5 minutes to play in this one. Here's Bergerin winning the faceoff. Spun it back to Arachuk for a shot. That one blocked by the Redbird defense. Bergerin Back out to the point for Poole. Matthew Poole fires one in. Glove save made by Leonard. Couldn't control it. Now Leonard has to make a kick save as the puck right in front as Berggren had an opportunity. Now one of the players' gloves goes flying, so someone playing without a glove is Jordan Crom is the player missing a mitt. Here's Illinois State with the puck. Michael Garcia moves through center. Moves it over the line far side. Takes it into the corner. Gets bumped off the play. Jordan Crom gets to it. Redbirds have it at the line, knocked away. And the Jimmies kick it out of the zone, come through center ice. Over the line. Here's Wilson. Tip in on net is Leonard shut down the near post. Now a centering pass again goes across for Fortin. Couldn't get it to him. Looking for the third goal for the hat trick tonight. Wilson back behind his own net with 4.5 minutes to play. Andreas Zorn will go get it for Illinois State. Zorn banks it ahead, and the player cut to the middle of the ice. That's kind of been the story for Illinois State in this two-game set. Liam Gritchick sends it to neutral ice. Redbirds get it with Andreas Zorn. Sent ahead for Colantonio. Again, the pass just missed connections. And over the line comes McDonald. Now the linesman gets taken down on the play, and the linesman goes down on the ice, and he's feeling the effects of going down hard. Now the linesmen will check on each other. They say they're both okay, so now we'll continue playing. As Leonard will come over for just a brief moment. Now he'll head back over to his net. It'll be a neutral zone. Nope, it will not be a neutral zone faceoff. It'll be a Redbird zone faceoff with just under 4 minutes to play in this one. 53 shots last night for Jamestown. So far, 49 in this contest. As McDonald gets it in front. Knocked away, sent back out to the point. There's a shot taken by Baraneski. That one goes wide. Redbird's able to clear it off the boards and get it out to center ice. Right back in comes Baraneski. Drops it off for Huselak. Over to McDonald. McDonald cuts to the back end. Now looks to reset things. Back out Colantonio. Tips it away from Sosinski. Now tries to race down the ice to beat him to it. Sosinski able to tip it away at the last second. Campese gets to it. Gloves it down. Sends it across. Here's a shot by Chesney. That one stopped by Weir. And the rebound comes out. Baraneski gets it with 3:20 to play. Baraneski over the line. Chips it ahead for McDonald. Good play coming back by Campese. And he takes McDonald over to the boards. Now Campese and McDonald going at it. Now some pushing and shoving, and we're going to have some penalties called here in the final 3.5 minutes as Zane McDonald got sent to the boards by Tony Campese. A little frustration from the Redbird captain perhaps as now some pushing and shoving along the boards in the corner on the near side. We might have some penalties coming up.
Redbirds got to be smart here if they're trying to get back into this game. They can't be taking penalties like this late in the game. Trying to get back into it down 3. But good stick, as you mentioned, by Campese on the back check. Taking away that chance for the Jimmies.
We do see Keaton Klein. Oh, it's going to be Wyatt Johnson coming over. So it looks like Wyatt Johnson's going to go to the penalty box. That's one penalty for sure that we know is getting called. What else we got coming up? We'll have to find out. No signals were given. There is two Illinois State players going into the box. Mason Perry is one of them. Not seeing who the second one is. Cannot tell what the number on that uniform is. I know that's Mason Perry. We can see that one. It's the other player we're having difficult with. That might be Ethan Chesney. Okay. Not sure what the penalties are exactly going to be, but we do know that the Redbirds having 2 in the box. One of them could be a misconduct. Not exactly sure what's going on here. So we'll wait to get the official word as another player's in the box for. And that looks like it's going to be McDonald for Jamestown.
No, I mentioned earlier, LA, it's not a good time for the Redbirds to take a penalty trying to get back into this game, but looking at it in a positive way, if there's offsetting minors, that means there's going to be more space on the ice with less people. So this could be a positive for the Redbirds, trying to get more space on the ice and open up the game a little bit for them offensively.
Very much so. If they were skating 3-on-3, it could be a wide open game here at this point. But not exactly sure what the penalties are. We do see 5 skaters on the ice for Jamestown, so it will not be a 3-on-3 situation. I do see 5 skaters for Illinois State. So it looks like these are just going to be misconduct penalties at this point. Or they're going to be coincidental minors. In any case, we skate 5-on-5 in the final 3 minutes of this one, with Jamestown leading 6-3. Redbirds pick it up inside their own zone. Here's Leonard having to knock it away with play with a high stick. DeCapite gets a shot, sends it wide of the target. Redbirds would have been called for playing it with a high stick had they touched it last. Instead, Jamestown got to it and was able to get a shot, although it did not go on net. Coincidental roughing minors on both teams. For Jamestown, number 2, Wyatt Johnson, and number 13, Zane McDonald. For Illinois State, number 5, Mason Perry, and number 29, Ethan Chesney. All penalties at 16:55, third period. Coincidental roughing minors against the Jimmies, Wyatt Johnson and McDonald, and the Redbirds, Perry and Chesney, all at 16:55. That was probably the most succinct I've heard the public address announcer all year. He usually likes to talk.
Have to keep an eye out for Leonard if they end up pulling the goalie for the Redbirds.
Tricarico comes in over the line, fires one in, saved by Weir. Rebound right in front. Just hopped over the stick that time and went over the crossbar as well, as Matzis couldn't quite get enough control of it. 90 seconds remaining in this one. Redbirds down by 3. Not sure if they're going to pull the goalie, but if you're going to, you might as well do it as soon as you can. In this case, he didn't come out of the net. Redbirds have it as Pavel Bakhtin will move in over the line. Bakhtin on the near side, looks to center it. Back out to the point for Garcia for a shot. That one saved by Weir. Rebound out front, shot, they score! Michael Natoli sweeps in from the point and gets it in the slot. And it's 6-4 with 1:10 to play.
Natoli finding that open ice uncovered. Gets the rebound off the shot from the point. Good shot by the defense for the Redbirds, getting it on net, and Natoli wide open finds the space in front of him and puts it in the back of the net. And the Redbirds are down 2 now. So now the question is, LA, do they try and pull the goalie?
Now you can think about that with 1:10 to play as play resumes on the faceoff. Won by Illinois State. Gilbert looks to get it ahead. Carson Hilt couldn't control it. Here's Wilson over the line. 1 minute to play in regulation, 1 minute remaining. On the doorstep, Leonard again comes up big. Right in front, Fortin fires. Save Leonard, and he hangs on. That one might have stung just a little bit off the stick of Brad Fortin.
A little bit of a breakdown for the Redbirds on the defense there. And the Jimmies were able to find the open man, but as you mentioned again, Leonard, the man of the day, he's able to slide over and take it right into the chest for the Redbirds and keep them in this game down by 2 with 49 seconds left. Redbirds will make some changes as they get ready to drop it.
Illinois State goal, his third of the season, scored by number 15, Michael Natoli. Assisted by number 36, Matt Garcia. Time of the goal, 18:50. Third period. Redbird goal scored by Natoli, assisted by Garcia, Matt Garcia at 18:50. And we say his third goal might have been his second goal of the season, actually. As Leonard has made his way over to the bench area, he is coming off the ice. 41 seconds remaining here in the third period.
Redbirds pushing everything at the Jimmies in their last-ditch effort, down by 2 with Leonard on the bench and the extra attacker out there.
Sixth attacker on for Illinois State is Chesney. Sends it over to Colantonio. Down low, Rasha. Campese on the near boards. It's swatted up in the air along the board, still in the Jimmy zone. Rasha couldn't get to it. Volcano sends it high in the air, held in by Chesney, who fires one in. That one blocked. Fortin's got it, sends it toward the net. Nice play to tip it away, even if it was a high stick. And now the play with the high stick, they're going to say, was touched by a Jamestown stick high. Face-off will be in the neutral zone with 15.8 seconds remaining.
Well, good stick there by the Redbirds, saving an empty net goal, giving themselves a chance at least to maybe put one more in the back of the net before this game ends with 15 seconds left. Down by 2, but still a good play by the Redbird defense, saving an empty net goal.
In the neutral zone, it's dumped in, and that's pretty much going to do it with final 10 seconds. Ethan Chesney will spin around. He'll start his way up ice, but that's going to run out of time, and Illinois State will fall in this one. Your final score: the University of Jamestown Jimmy 6, your Illinois State Redbirds 4. Shots on goal in the third period: Jamestown 20, Illinois State 12. 3 period totals: Redbirds 30, Jimmy's 52. Once again, fans, a reminder that the Illinois State Redbird Hockey Club would like to thank you for coming out. Also, want to thank you for your support of breast cancer research. All proceeds from this weekend's Chuck a Puck will go to medavivor.org. So as the handshake line continues, as both teams exchange their pleasantries, we wish safe travels for the Jamestown Jimmies as they head back to Jamestown, North Dakota. And for the Illinois State Redbirds, they get set to take on the University of Illinois. We have some more business to attend to here as we get set for our player of the game. Once again, fans, thank you for coming out to Grossinger Motors Arena supporting Illinois State Redbird hockey. Your DPDO Division I player of the game is your captain, number 18, Tony Campese. A reminder, fans, a zone for everyone and a zone at DPDO. DPDO 121 East Buford in Uptown Normal. So for Illinois State, they were down 2 coming into the period, looking to work on the momentum. First, they were able to finally solve the Jamestown riddle of finally scoring on the Jimmies. And now, coming into the third period, they were looking to get back in the contest. However, Jamestown had other ideas as they were able to extend their lead at the 6:33 mark of the period. Brad Fortin picked up his 10th goal of the season, and that made it a 6-3 contest. Redbirds were able to get within 1 at 6-4 as we take a look at that Fortin goal as he was able to skate in and just end up forcing it by Michael Leonard. Redbirds were able to get within 2 with 1:10 to play. As Matt Garcia took the original shot, Michael Natoli swept in from the point and was able to get the rebound past Brandon Weir. That drew it within 2, but instead the clock ran out as the clock became the 7th skater for Jamestown in that situation, and the Redbirds ran out of time. 6-4 our final score here this evening. Michael, your final thoughts on tonight's contest?
Well, I think we saw a lot of improvement from the Redbirds from last night. They were able to get the offense going. They helped out their goaltender considerably, a lot more than last night. So I think that's couple things to build on for the Redbirds. Even though they lost this game, they did make improvements. They did get the offense going, and they'll definitely look to carry that into next week when they head against University of Illinois.
And those games for you again will be here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. As I understand, we have just been told, Michael, you will be handling the duties on Sunday at 6 o'clock. Friday, I'll be here at 7 for the face-off between Illinois State and Illinois. And then Sunday, Illinois State and Illinois. That game has been moved, by the way. If your calendar says November 4th, scratch that. That game's been moved to Sunday, November the 5th. Then the following weekend on Friday and Saturday, November 10th and 11th, Northern Illinois will come visit. 7 p.m. face-off on both nights for Division 1 against the Huskies of Northern Illinois. So that's pretty much going to do it for us here from Grossinger Motors Arena. A big thank you to everyone here at Grossinger Motors Arena for all their help throughout the weekend and throughout the 2 games this afternoon and this evening. And of course, the executive producer of Illinois State Redbird Hockey is Mr. Frank Blaine. Illinois State Redbird hockey fans, we know you are always welcome, and we enjoyed having you with us. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast today. University of Jamestown Jimmy fans. I say that 10 times fast. I'll probably get it wrong one time, and that might be the one time. University of Jamestown fans, thank you for joining us as well. We know you enjoyed the results. Safe travels back to North Dakota this evening and this weekend. Again, your final score, University of Jamestown 6, Illinois State 4. For Michael Eganhouse, I'm Ellie Decker. Thank you for joining us. Good night, everybody.